Welcome back to Master Your Ash. Tonight, we will be smoking the Byron 21st Century Distinguidos in 6x55 Toro. This Maduro cigar, aged for a minimum of 4 years, comes to us by Selected Tobacco and was prominently featured by Peter over at Cigar Collective, a lot of the Unbanded crew, Cigar Hound Dog, some of the other ones that have been recently smoking this and absolutely loving it. Proprietary blend, I believe a mixture of Peruvian and Dominican Republic tobacco along with undisclosed tobaccos in it. And has a wonderfully dark chocolate kind of looking wrapper, triple cap at the top, as the signature pinstripe piano print going on. MSRP is $38 and a box of 25 typically runs just shy of $1,000 MSRP. So not a cheap date. Very reminiscent chocolate with a sweet undertone to it off the initial lighting. A little bit of spice on the retrohale, maybe a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Selected Tobacco just has this start to it with some of these rich, dark Maduro blends, man. So good. Some rum raisin, a little bit of dark, like Hawaiian. There's like Hawaiian sweetbread in there. There's rum raisin, a little bit of plum, possibly some fig, stone fruit. I like it. Right off the initial lighting, absolutely delicious. So I'm going to smoke it down for about 5-10 minutes. We'll be back. Smoking on down our Byron, voluptuous smoke volume, just absolutely delicious. This cigar, I mean, this can give the Atave Black run for its money in the first third here. This is fantastic, man. There's chocolate notes to it. There's rich espresso. There's stone fruit. There's even a touch of creaminess to it. Maybe, dare I say, some nuttiness, like an amaretto kind of nuttiness. Dark fruit, amaretto, coffee, chocolate. It's savory. Makes your mouth water. Just saying all these different flavor profiles. The burn line is absolutely phenomenal. Got a really nice tight ash. This little spot right here was because it slipped off of my cigar stand. Spice off the retrohale is a very chill 5 out of 10. Nothing too spicy. There's like little tiny hints of pepper notes and maybe some barrel rancio notes here or there, but it's not stinging to the nostrils. It's not stinging to the upper respiratory at all. It's just very chill, very relaxing, dark, rich, chocolatey, and absolutely delicious so far. So I'm going to smoke this down. I'll be back in the second third. Smoking on down our Byron 21st Century. I'm noticing that like the Christmas lights in the back, whenever I turn them on, it's kind of like washing everything out. Sorry about that. We'll turn those back on when we're done. But we are just finished up the second third, in the final third now. And man, this cigar, it packs all the flavor it has got. So we went from the first third. I really didn't get an opportunity to reconvene in the second third. I had a lot going on, a couple of phone calls that I had to take, unfortunately. But this cigar has been espresso, chocolate, rich, all the way through and through. The spice has never really went past a 6 or a 7 out of 10. As I said in the first third, it gives me vibes of the Atave Black big time. And for good reason, I guess. It's right around the same price point at $39 MSRP, pairing with the Sam Smith Organic Chocolate Stout, a wonderful UK-based brewery that produces all of these beautiful organic ciders, beers, malt beverage with natural flavors added. It is 100% USDA organic chocolate stout, 5% alcohol by volume. Cheers. Chocolate stouts for me were kind of part of my cigar journey in a lot of ways. So originally, during this time of year, every year, the two hard to find items for me always, the two items that I would search in my youth were the Fuente Hemingway and Añejo 77 Sharks, and a bottle of Sam Adams Chocolate Stout. Sam Adams would release it every year around this time, maybe a little bit before, like right in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And they would release it in a bomber, in like a 750 ml or a 22 and a half bomber. And that was always like a rare treat when I would find both the Sharks and the Chocolate Stout. Even with the flavor profile being slightly different than the Añejo Shark, it is just as enjoyable. It is robust, rich, creamy at times, espresso, coffee. It's more so just refreshing to the palate. It allows some of the creamier flavors on the cigar to pull through again now that we're kind of refreshing things. But the beauty of this particular Chocolate Stout is that it's only 5% ABV. So it's not super heavy. It's not super rich. It doesn't have a ton of texture to it, just enough. It's hard to recommend a $1,000 box of 25 cigars, but Selected Tobacco may be that exception where they can kind of get away with it when it comes to things like the Atabey Black, when it comes to cigars like this that are absolutely delicious. It's one of those to where if you see it, you should try it. The closer that you can get it at MSRP, the $38, $39 range for this particular stick, the better. The one exception to this is that I believe that it was released a couple of years back. So fortunately, or unfortunately, I have to leave it off the list. But yeah, this is absolutely a box-worthy stick. And it's so hard to recommend these $39 plus MSRP cigars as box-worthy sticks for me, where I feel as though that there are $16 equivalents, $18 equivalents in like the Lampert Limitada, or maybe even the Encore Black for some. It's just exceptional, and hats off to Selected Tobacco for producing yet another uber premium, very delicious cigar. Thank you all so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, continuing to grow the community here. If this review comes out before Christmas, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. If it comes out after Christmas, I hope that you had a wonderful Christmas and a happy holiday. And I look forward to catching you for the end of 2024, the beginning of 2025, for another Byron Selected Tobacco cigar review and our best cigars of 2024.